Hello, my pickles, my snowflakes, my turtles, my no matter what club members, and my favorite department, Goldilocks. I hope you all become Goldilocks with your food program and don't worry about what other people think, say, do around you, or that you read, or any of those sort of things, that you find your own path that works and whatever goals you have, be it weight, the size of the jeans, going to a family reunion, your daughter's wedding, all of those sort of things come true for you. Because you're saying rabbit, rabbit every morning, right? Every first of the month, right? For good luck before you say anything else. That's the starting part. But yes, finding your old way, the courage of convictions. I love that phrase. And isn't that a great thing to have when it comes time? I don't debate what I do, I just do what I do. Yes, my jeans are my honesty pants. Yes, I weigh myself once a month just to see how it's all going. I just did that this morning. It's down 0.6 pounds from my weigh-in in February when I weighed. And so I'm totally happy with that. And so I will continue to keep doing what I'm doing. Is it orthodox? Not necessarily. I'm an unorthodox, irreverent, eccentric type of old lady. And, I found my path. I do what I do. It feels good. It tastes good. It works out for me. So, it has nothing to do with I can eat this and you can't, or you eat that and I never would go near it. It's what works for just you. So stop the debating team when other people get on you. I just had a comment here on my YouTube channel about something that I do, and it's like, I do it because I do it. This person often asks like personal questions that like, haven't you figured it out yet? You're in your 70s. You do what you do. I'll do what I do. You do you. I do me. Isn't it all wonderful? So here we are. It's another day in keto paradise. And I love my program. I love how it works. I love that I can have, different foods. Sometimes they're non keto, and it all just works for me. I was talking to my friend and I, who's a carnivore, and I'm keto. We email every day. And so, we've gotten to know each other over the years. We met through this channel. Like a lot of my closest, nearest, and dearest, we are email pals. When I used to do interviews, I've interviewed her along with the other ones that are very close and special in my heart. And we all do our food programs the way that we do them. And it's great. So anyway, Math Faster had said to me, I hope you still like Mark Sisson because he's coming out with the book Too Mad. So I went onto Amazon and pre-ordered it yesterday. And even though I have no intentions of being a Too Mad gal in the near future, if ever, I got it because I love reading his words. He talks like how his words are in his written articles, Sunday with Sisson type of articles that he has. And I just, as you know, adore the fellow and love how he wraps his food plan in like a nice flannel sheet or blanket. And he just does what he does and he maintains. And so I so respect that and honor that and want that for myself as well as all of you too. So I look forward to getting his book as this airs. This is the Ides of March. You better beware. And yep, March 15th, 2021. And so just finding what your groove is, Stella and her groove, Pearl and her path. Yeah, I love alliteration. But anyway, finding what works for you and being able to do it no matter what the hoopla is around you. If you find that 3 meals a day works, if you find that snacking is okay, if you find that 2 meals a day, no matter what. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, this biohack and this, macro and all of this sort of, I don't play, all the voodoo stuff. I really promote the emotional sanity and abstinence and sobriety of the food. So when you're doing it, it makes sense to you. It shows in different ways. You're sleeping well, your digestion works. Those persnickety pants, they fit. Hallelujah. So you don't have to like reinvent the wheel and keep charts and graphs. I often say here that I do my chronometer as much for a menu planner, meal planner, as I do just to see what I'm having. It's just I just do it to see how it's working out. I don't once it's there, start shaving. Okay, we're going to do 10 less grams of that, an ounce and a half of that instead of the 3 ounces that I planned. And I don't do all of that. I just, I make my salad in the morning. I make my veggie bowl. I, cut the hunk of chicken breast off of the rotisserie chicken and I have it. And, I add ghee because I love what the flavor does to the veggies and the meat. And then I just go about my day. And so I've been lucky to stay on maintenance and it just kind of works. Is it intuitive eating? I don't know what it is. I mean, that whole label above what I do, who cares? Who cares? As long as it's working for you. That's what I keep saying. As long as your head, what is it? One of my friends here says brain hunger versus real hunger. However you look at your day, your food, how you handle it, when you eat it, why you eat it, times of the day that are going to be wonky. Have a glass of salt water. Have some Gerolsteiner water with minerals in it, something like that. When there's times for a lot of people it's nighttime eating, and that's a toughie. For a lot of people, it's I'm hungry all day, or if they have something like a breakfast, say they have a meal when they wake up, it's a too mad kind of day, and then they eat 4 or 5 hours later. Once they eat that first meal, it's like I'm hungry all day long. That's me. That's why the OMAD works for me, because I'm working into my day. I've got black coffee, unflavored, and I've got plain water, unflavored. Those are my two things that I can have all the way through my clean intermittent fasting morning. And until I get to my OMAD, that's it. And I'm so used to it that it's not like, suddenly that there's a tough adjustment. The tough adjustment happened a while back. Will it be tough for you to go from too mad to OMAD, or to not have those snacks after dinner, or whatever it is that you've set as a goal, and one goal at a time? Come on, let's not be crazy. We've already done crazy. Who is it? I'm spacing Dr. Westman's girlfriend, keto without the crazies, right? We've already done all of that. We have on our Girl Scout sash, we have more badges for crazy, for food crazy, right? We've qualified. We don't need to do that anymore. So if you know that you're not the sort of person that can, have breakfast at a breakfast meeting and not think about food every minute of every hour until it's like time for your regular meal, then don't do it. You already know that about you, okay? So the stuff that you've learned about yourself over the years, if you're like my age, I'm 70 and a half, then you've learned these things. And chances are they're not going to go away. You don't have to test the water on that anymore. You know that if you eat breakfast, you're in trouble the rest of the day. That would be me. You know that every single day, and maybe you're successful with your OMAD, except for the nighttime eating. So there's just that, right? So if you know that you can't eat at night, you can't eat at night. It's not like you need to test it. You need to see. And hopefully it's the one thing that you're working on if you do have to still have your snacky snacks at night. Not a good idea to watch somebody that still does that. Not a good idea to believe that it's not messing with you. What it is it's a good idea to realize that there's not enough in your OMAD, your one meal. For me, that would be fats and protein. There's not enough of those things in your OMAD to carry you over. So don't think that you can just eliminate the snacks and have the small meal because you're having the snacks. You're following me? If you're going without the snacks, you've got to increase the OMAD so your belly is full, and it's just the brain hunger that's messing with your brain, right? So it's a bad habit, and it's a habit that you probably want to break. If you've already broken it and worked through it, you know it's a toughie. So just prepare for that. You know it's a toughie. It's going to take a while. It's like how hard it was to go for me for the just black, please, coffee, or to get to the OMAD, or, you know, any other thing that you've already accomplished, like gum or smoking or, you know, credit card debt, right? If you've tackled something big and it's no longer an issue for you, you know that. So if you've got one more issue like the nighttime eating, or you have to eat breakfast, or you still have to have a loaded coffee, and you don't want to, if you're still having it and it works, good. But if you don't want to have it, know that there's going to be an adjustment period. I guarantee you, by day 10, you're going to be used to the new habit that you're forming. It's not totally formed yet. You're still in that, you know, transition, but it will work. It will work if you want it enough. And don't do it if you're not 100% all in, because that's when the difficulties happen, right? I'm just saying how it goes. So that's what this channel is about. It's not about the scientific blah, blah, blah. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse practitioner. I'm not a scientist. I'm a food addict, a sugar addict, a carb addict, doing this one day at a time. And that's what keeps working for me today. So I'm just putting it out there. And if it helps you, I'm glad, because I want to help. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.